sitting here contemplating fate, while waiting for that 38. Thoughts meander, wander through my brain. Yes, will I be reincarnated as a crane? Carrying messages of love, fascinating sound. Magically erase myself from this sharp town. Forget the stories and myths that you heard. Will be reincarnated as birds. Some canaries, pigeons, and others blue jays. All of these lives lay like paper mache. Fragments of this movie I narrate. Numbers too large to calculate. I ride that streetcar, get a ticket downtown. 'Cause I was lost in a kaleidoscope of sound. Oh, oh, oh. Strap hangers, take the subways 9 to 5. Stuck in their boxes, and I know why. I did just running from a big old Siamese cat. Ooh, they'll be reincarnated as rats. If they don't get it waste, scouring your third eye, you'll be reincarnated as a fly. Buzzing, flying through the air, or dancing with the elephants at the county fair. Fragments of this movie I narrate. Numbers too large to calculate. I ride that streetcar, get a ticket downtown, because I was lost in a kaleidoscope of sound. Whoa, whoa. Come on. Oh, 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 oh. Picking up bottles and cans. I know the dead for 30 years across the land. Now she pushing her car around Corella, looking back at me. Yes, that lady's branches was as high as a redwood tree. So where do folks go when they die? Back to that big bird feeder in the sky. You might come tumbling head first back down to earth. We'll be reincarnated as birds. But the will by lead and the feeble, yin and yang powers the good and evil. We've been reincarnated as people. Hey! Oh, oh, oh. Kaleidoscope sound. Whoa, 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 whoa. Will be needed expert. I will be reincarnated as bird.
Live for World Cafe, Sally Baby Silver Dollars with Birds. I'm Rena Duras. Welcome to the World Cafe, everyone.
Well, thank you for having us here. Thank you. Yes.
Sal Geloso, we're going to start with you. You're the one who started this band. You're originally from New York. Mm-hmm. What took you to New Orleans?
I feel like destiny, because it was never like a plan of mine. I'm terrible at making plans. I think this is the second set list I've ever made in my life.
Thank you for doing that for us.
You know, I try to make everybody happy. Do the best I can. But yeah, I never planned on being down there. It just kind of happened. That's why I say it was fate.
Could you tell us a bit about those early days when you arrived in New Orleans?
I was trying to escape my life, and I was running away from everything, and I didn't want anything to kind of pin me down. I needed to just wander and figure some things out. So New Orleans is an interesting place to try to figure things out because there's a lot of distractions. And I was a houseless person. I lived on the streets and I drank. And somehow I found out that I could play music and make some money. And that kind of began my love for New Orleans music.
You found is Zach Valentine, who's playing bass back there. And this band that we see here really started when you connected with Zach, right?
Yes, this Silver Dollars band began pretty much after the pandemic. I'm a little, I could be a little extra sometimes. And when I get mad, I let everybody know. And so I don't know what I was upset about that day. You know, there's always something to be upset about, but I was sitting on the corner at one of my favorite cafes. I'm very much a connoisseur of a good cafe, but there's not many left in the world, in my opinion. I feel like a true cafe, a true place where you could sit down and just be able to let it out and see who strikes it up with you. But I had seen Valentine around. You know, he had been coming through and coming to some of the gigs, and he just happened to be at the cafe one day when somebody asked me a question like, Sally, baby, would you ever get a band back together again? And I was like, oh, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. After all this, after the pandemic, no, I just want to play alone. I don't want to ever be in a band again. I'm not going to mess with any of that. The only way I would do that is if I found a bass player that would deal with all my nonsense, that would put up with all my crap, and that would help me get this band together. But I don't know who's crazy enough to do it. He literally stood up, and he says, I am your guy. And I said, are you sure? Give me your number. Come over at this time, and I'm going to sit, and I'm just going to dump everything out of my brain. And if you could stand the fire, I might call you again. And he did. I didn't scare him off.
If you're just joining us, I'm speaking with Sally Baby Silver Dollars on World Cafe. You've put out your debut self-titled EP, and the next song you're going to play for us is the first track on that EP. Mm-hmm. Tell us about The Fool before we hear it.
The Fool. Oh, I feel like I myself am just, I feel like at times a silly little fool leaping into the unknown. My ode for the unlikely ones that are able to bring forth much change because they just operate very differently. And that card in the deck, I feel like is always a good one when it comes up for me. I'm like, all right, I'm about to go on a trip. I'm about to go start something new. The Fool is coming out.
Well, let's do it. Live for World Cafe, Sally Baby Silver Dollars, The Fool.
But you tie a wreath around the world from end to end with a golden bow. Golden bow. Could you try to reach the sun? Grabbing fire from an old crone stone with your bones turn to stones. And if the heart don't bend, let it break. Oh, let it break. And if the soul don't stir, oh, let it shake till the earth quakes. Can't stop this world from turning. Takes a fool to try. Fools to try. Every fool will try. Every fool must try. Every fool will try. Every fool must try. How does this one fall? Well, at the cost of side. How does this one fall? Well, at the cost of side. When I was perched upon a branch, it whispered softly, take another chance, just another glance. I guess the star is shining in the night, a crown of seven sisters sending out their light. Or cried the poor Pleiades' plight, and if the heart don't bend, oh, let it break, oh, let it break. If the sun don't stir, I'll let it shake till this earthquake. You can't stop this world from turning. Takes a fool to try. Yes, a fool to try. Every fool will try. A fool must try. Every fool will try. Every fool must try. How does this one fall? Well, let the cards decide. Oh, how does this one fall? Well, let the cards decide. How does this one fall? Well, let the cards decide.
There are folks listening right now who may know you from your NPR Tiny Desk concert earlier this year. But I want to go back to how that happened. In 2024, you entered the Tiny Desk contest. And you had to record a video of the band performing with a desk. You guys brought a table outside in front of your house, I think, and it was on the curb. What can you tell us about that day and recording that video?
Well, it was kind of last minute. I think that was the day before the deadline. That's like totally my style. Like I'm like, oh man, all right, like let's. And so it kind of just happened, spur of the moment. But Zach was like, all right, I'm gonna bring all these mics and get all the things together, and hauled it down to my house. We're in front of my little spot in the ninth ward, and it was just kind of funny how it all came to be, because I didn't think that it would create such a stir on the block, but it did, and it kind of thwarted our plans a little bit, because the video came out great. It was a vibe, but that became a disqualifying factor in the fine print. You're not supposed to get other people in the shot, but I'm in my own little world. I had no clue.
Yeah, you had neighbors coming over to like check it out. You can see them in the background.
Yeah, everybody came out on the block. Everybody was like, "What is happening over here?" I'm like, we gotta see what's going on.
So you were runners up in that contest that year, even though you technically
silver medal.
Yeah, perfect. It's what you wanted the whole time. But you really caught the attention of the judges. They brought you back for a legit Tiny Desk concert. What was your experience like playing the Tiny Desk?
It was so surreal. I said, we actually made it here. But I liked that we had, the way we made it was kind of like a strange little zigzag getting there. So I was really glad they brought us on, and I feel like that was a really spectacular way to start the year. I feel like it's definitely put a lot of wind in our sails now to keep bringing this music outside of the city.
On World Cafe today, it's Sally Baby Silver Dollars. We've got more to talk about. We'll come back in a minute, but let's get back to some music. The next song you're going to perform for us is called Taxman. Where'd this song come from?
I played this one with one of my little traveling partners from way back when. Really, I think maybe it was 2009. I feel like shortly after I first found my way down to New Orleans, I ended up going out west and made a bunch of friends out there that I played music with, and we absorbed into our little roving bands. I was maybe like 19 at the 20 at the time, and there was like this young fellow, I think Thaddeus was like 16 or 17, and he ran away from home, and he was playing this song on his mandolin, and we all loved it so much, and we were like, come join our band and come travel with us. And so it's one that I've played for a long time. A lot of the street bands, a lot of my other little peers would play this tune, but it's like many of the songs that were written by friends that's kind of transformed over the years, but the message still remains the same.
Here is Sally Baby Silver Dollars, Taxman, live for the World Cafe.
Once was a boy, once was a girl. Now I'm a little creature left in this big, big world. Follow my legs, way over the sea, till I swam my way back to Galilee, singing na 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 na. Oh, na na na. Your blood and your body to me. Once left the leper, and I crushed the kings, and now I have a ghost, and this is what she sing. Your name one time. I deny your name two times. I denied your name on the third time. Of the crows all began to sing. Your blood and your body to me. And I once loved the leper, I crushed the kings, and now I have a ghost, and this is what she sings. One time Oh, began to sing. Takes me once, all our weary heads. But it takes me once, all our weary heads. But it takes me once, all your weary heads. But it takes me once, all your weary Tax me once, all our weary heads. Tax me once, our weary heads. Tax me once, our weary heads. But we scream, or that we're not dead, or that we're not dead.
On World Cafe, I'm Raina Duras. My guests today are Sally Baby Silver Dollars. You just heard them performing live, and I'm chatting with the front person of the band, Sal Geloso. What kind of New Orleans musical traditions are important to you to carry on in your music and when you're playing shows?
There's such a storytelling aspect of New Orleans music. I think one of my greatest New Orleans inspirations is Danny Barker, that made a life in music. He came up north and up to New York, but, he came back home to New Orleans, and I feel like really helped preserve the culture by telling the stories, because he grew up in the French Quarters, and Danny Barker was from a Creole of color family, had knowledge of Louisiana Creole language and a lot of the carnival traditions that existed in that community in the 6th Ward and the 7th Ward, and really passed it down to a lot of musicians who now are in their 70s and 80s. They're playing at Preservation Hall, and they're the ones that are, keeping that story alive in that direct way. Artists like Don Vappy and Dr. Michael White, Greg Stafford, they're all kind of the disciples of Danny Barker. So I feel like that's an important element of it all, because you got some killer musicians in town, and I say, I ain't messing with all that, but you got to find your angle on it all. And I say, that's what I'm good at is I could keep talking all day, especially if I have coffee.
On World Cafe, I'm talking to Sally Baby Silver Dollars. If people are in New Orleans, I think usually on Thursday nights they can see you at BJ's Lounge. Is that right?
Usually a couple times a month.
Because I know the last song that you're going to play for us is from the new EP, and I know you've played it at BJ's before. Mm-hmm. Tell us about Souvenir.
Being a traveler and wandering around a lot, I feel like, you gather a lot of different things on the road. Some of them are actual souvenirs, but I think the greatest souvenirs are, the memories we hold. I feel like, so much of my life, I just did all the things I wanted to do. So I don't live with a lot of regret, luckily, and so I feel like all my souvenirs are all the things that I've been able to share with people that hold significance.
On World Cafe, this is Sally Baby Silver Dollars, Souvenir.
I see you on that boulevard, broken dreams or in crooked schemes. Oh, you see me in that ruby light. I was standing there without a care. I could tell by the way that you stare. You ain't from around here. And you could tell by the look in my eye, I'm your guy. I'm your guy. You could take me home tonight. Take me home. I could be your souvenir, something to hold on to, something to remember all of those years when you had nobody, oh nobody to love. Moving down the avenue, I've holy shoes and cold hot blue. Oh, you came from far away, yes, to see the sights and to play the game. And I say, hey brother, could you spare me a dime? And you say, hey lover, would you give me some of your time? Oh, your time. You could take me home tonight. You could take me home. I could be your souvenir, something to hold on to, something to remember all of those years when you had nobody, oh nobody to love. I could give you a tour of my world, share with you all the things I could do, 'cause it's like riding the rides for half the price, half the price, half the price. Oh, oh, hey, hey, take me home tonight. Take me home. I could be your souvenir, something to hold on to, something to remember all of those years when you had nobody, oh, nobody to love. You could take me home tonight. You could take me home. I could be your souvenir, something to hold on to, something to remember all of those years when you had nobody, nobody to love.